This year marks 10 years since it was launched. The awards was initiated to not only award the incredible work of journalists, but to motivate them to keep doing what they were doing, are doing, and to not despair, but to shed light on the plight and importance of the Fifth Estate journalism, and to show the general populace that we are partners in national development. And also to the people in power, that we are partners, to allow us to work without fear, that we are not opponents. It was why they launched it, the awards. And also why at the start of the awards, it was always done on May 3rd, which is Press Freedom Day. The GPU felt it was no longer enough just to be the eyes, the ears, and the voice of the people, but to be visible and loud. Now, every year when we do the awards, we have categories. Sometimes we have a lot of categories, more than the number that we initially started with the awards. And other times we will have less because we merge them with other categories as they happen to be in the same category. This year, we are going again with, just like last year, with the 15 award categories, and of course, the other special categories that we will introduce as we go on with the award preparation. I will list them so you know them. Business and finance reporting, sports reporting, environment reporting, investigative reporting, health and medical reporting, women's reporting, children's reporting, tourism, culture, arts and entertainment reporting, agricultural reporting, political reporting, human rights reporting, legal affairs reporting, photojournalism award, security reporting, tax reporting, and all the other categories that we will introduce. Some would be new and others would be a reintroduction. You would be familiar with them. Now for the submission is not yet open. That will be later, we will announce it, but it will be earlier again than the past years have been. And the time frame for this year's submission will be longer than the past years. Submission will remain the same through a dedicated website or through the GPU website. That will be communicated later. As for the eligibility for the awards remains the same. Gambian journalist employed by a registered Gambian-based medium, and yes, works authored by Gambians for international media will be accepted. There would be, of course, some things that will make it difficult for your article to be eligible. And this is if they are advertorials, promotional articles, newsletters, and more. This will be communicated to you later once we introduce the judges, which will bring me to the judges. On the judges, they have been vetted, selected, contacted, and given time to think it through. Given the work that is entrusted with them and what we expect of them, we are giving them time to think it through and get back to us. Because of the commitment that is required, it's not an easy task. And as always, they will be independent, with no influence from us or from the union itself, the executive. They will consider, I don't speak for them, but of course they will consider these things: originality, accuracy, impact, and so much more. For the eligible stories, which is why this year would be different. Stories, again, would be from January 2024 to December 2024. These are stories that will be eligible. So if you have banked some of your stories, you can go and revisit them and look at the ones that you thought you would put up for the awards. And again, there is no limit to the number of stories that you can put up for selection. But here is where it becomes different from the past years. We are not only accepting 2024, we are accepting 2025 as well. From January 2025 to July 2025, stories published in that time will be eligible for this year's awards. So, if you had stories for this year until today and the next 10 days or 9 days, do put them up for submissions once it is open. That is all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you.